I think 25 minutes break is enough. So yesterday, what is the topic? List 5 file attributes. So what are the file attributes? What are the 7 file attributes or features? File ownership, file permissions, links, ownership, then group ownership, then what? Loss modification type, file size, then again file name, right? So these are the 7 properties of a single file. Next is file ownership, and here file owner. Next topic is how we are going to change the file ownership. File permissions. And so file ownership means when you create your own file, you will become the owner, right? Owner or a user. And here in that 7 attributes, third column represents what? File ownership. Any problem, man? You only. And here your group name is the enough. When the system administrator first bench, your group name, and your in 4th column you will know about your group name. So when the system administrator creates a user account, he has to assign these parameters to the user, that is user ID and group ID. Here user ID contains its name and its numerical representation, means it has in its own user number, and group ID. If user creates a group, means he will also assign the group ID. When the user opens a new account at system administrator, he has to assign the user ID and group ID to the user accounts. And here these information are stored in a file, the directory, etc directory, right? It is also one of the common directory that present in every Unix operating system, right? And here in this directory only we will store what are the passwords that user gave. It will store in this directory also. So in this directory, the user UID and group ID will be stored in this etc password directory. and so in this directories the group IDs and user IDs will be stored. So next is a file permission. So what is mean by file permissions? How can access the, who can access, or how can we can access the file. So what are the three file permissions? Read, write and execute, right? So here Unix has a simple well-defined system for assigning permissions to the file. So what are the, if you want to know about the your permissions, so what is the command we will give to know about the ls minus l. If you want to know about the 7 attributes along with the permissions, we will give this command, right? So here when the user or a owner creates a file, the system what will do, it will defaultly allocate the third bench. What now? When a user or a owner creates a file, the system administrator, he will defaultly assign the file permissions to the files using an umask command. Using an umask command, he will defaultly assign the read, write and execute permissions for the newly created files. So now what we are going to do, we are going to change that permissions. Maybe he will defaultly assign the permissions. So we want to change for certain files. We want to what? I want only read permission or I want only execute permissions. So to change the file permissions, we use the command called ch. We use the command called chmod command. It is used to change the file permissions of a file. And here, and in this here this command is used in two ways. One is relative permission and absolute permissions. Again, this command chmod command, it is used to change the file permissions, and again this command, it is used in the form of two types. One is relative permissions and another one is absolute permissions. So here everyone observe the first ls command.